Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T. And, of course, on today's show, we'll have picks from college basketball. And before we get to these picks, I want to let you guys know we're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you like and subscribe and give us that thumbs up. You really help us build up our audience. We appreciate that. And we're here with you every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll have college basketball today. And, of course, tomorrow the NBA restarts here with the waterfall makeup between the Hornets and Lakers. We finally got to that. So let's meet the cappers. And then we'll get right to the picks as we'll fit Chris into the mix here, and we'll say hello to Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. Another winning day, so back-to-back winning days to end my losing streak, so I can't complain too much there. On to a new day. Hey, it's just what we said. U.S.-Canada in the Four Nations final. I was looking for another goal. I wanted the puck line. Sweet. Big puck line. But it was they still got the job done 2-1. Figured USA was just going to just float through that game. Big game on Thursday, though. A lot of people are going to be tuning into that one, looking for the rematch after the big fight. So we've seen U.S.-Canada on Thursday. So looking forward to that. NBA's back. Nice slate of card today and the college slate as well. So let's get to it.
Bigger conferences will be in action today, but we still have some of the smaller ones out there as well. Let's say hello to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Had a winning day as well. Of course, Duke and Virginia went over, so we cashed that one. Definitely ready for the NBA to be back, but not mad at the college basketball card today. So, yeah, we're ready to get to it.
Absolutely. Let's say hello here to El Nino's. El, what's going on?
I'm pretty good here, coming off a 2-0 day on the premium side, so looking to keep it rolling here today.
Absolutely. And over to Sean. Sean, what's going on?
Yeah, another I'm going 3-2 yesterday. I forget. I don't know.
You went up because I changed the banners.
I went up 3 today. Well, grinding along still. I don't mind 3 in 2 days. 3 and 2 over 100 days is 60%. So I'm not going to complain about that. And college basketball, it's crazy. We're talking about today's card. Or I have 3 games. Yesterday I had like 6. I like yesterday's more than I like today's.
Yeah,
got all the bigger guys, but
yeah.
Listen, these lines are going to be tuned into these schools. I'm not going to rush out there. So it gets hard this time of year for me. I'm not going to lie. I'm having a nice run February now, but last 2 years I got beat my head in, man. It was terrible. It was like freaking Negan got me with a bat.
Goodness.
Yeah, I'll take it right now. We're doing all right.
Doing all right. Yeah, Sean Unit leader over at Tony'sPicks.com. Just remind you guys, we're about ready to give you our free picks here on the show here. But if you're looking for our best bets, guys, just remember to go over to Tony'sPicks.com where we have our top performers here. A lot of the guys on our live show, you see them on leaderboards like Sean. We got Rod up here. Big day there. Al's doing great, as well as Chris in the NBA and more. So, guys, check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site. So go ahead and get signed up. But let's get to the free picks here. College hoops for today will dominate the coverage as you expect here. And, of course, then we we'll add NBA tomorrow with that Laker Hornet game. But in this first block, what we're going to do here is we'll cover a lot of 7 Eastern. So in this block, we'll cover the 6:30 Eastern games all the way and include the 7 Eastern. So in this block, it will be the 6:30 and include the 7 Eastern. So those will be those blocks because there's some monster blocks there. So let's go ahead and get started here with Rod.
Yeah, the first one that I like in this spot is give me Ball State getting 8, heading into Toledo in that matchup. I think it's just too many points. Toledo's been a solid team at home, but Ball State, that's just too many points. I think they can keep it close with the Rockets in that matchup. So give me the road dog with 8 in that one. Another one I'm looking at here in this time spot is we look at Mr. Weskis and his Syracuse, right? Heading into Pitt. I'm looking at that one, and I'm like, I'm kind of liking Pitt, but I think this is a spot that Syracuse, after that loss last time, they lost outright. Didn't get the cover, or they got the win, but didn't get the cover last time out. And when they have a game like that, guess what? They followed up with a solid game where they're 8-0 ATS. So guess what? Give me Syracuse plus the points there in that one versus Pitt. I think it's a single-digit win for Pitt. I don't know if Syracuse has the horses to win it outright versus Pitt. I think Pitt's got the better offense, but hanging with them, I think they do. Give me Syracuse in that matchup. And then another one I like here in the spot is, hey, UConn's back at home, right? I like UConn in the first what they do in the first half. 0-11 ATS in the first half is UConn. They don't cover in the first half at all. So give me Villanova plus the 4 in the first half to make UConn 0-12 ATS in the first half this season.
And seeing number there from Ron. We'll move on to Chris.
Yeah, looking at that Villanova UConn game, I know it's a big number. I think we're sitting at 144 right now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna take the over. I think it's a shootout between these two. I think they just get up and over that. Going the opposite direction with Oklahoma and Florida. I did the video on it. It's on the YouTube channel. Gonna take the under there. I think Florida does enough defensively to keep Oklahoma low. They can score, but I think they'll keep Oklahoma in check. And then Syracuse Pitt. I'm gonna take the points with Syracuse.
There we go with Chris. On over to Sean.
Yeah, that UConn, Chris, I don't know if you look at the wrong game. That UConn total is 139.
Is it 139?
Listen, I got it at I think it's supposed to be like a 142, 143. So I'll definitely go over with you on that one. That's right off the bat there.
Yeah, I think it may have dropped to 139.5. You're right.
There are a couple of added games. I don't really love them today. We're going to what, 8:30? You said.
We're going to go to 7. We're just going to go to 7 on this one because of
game. Yeah. All right. So give me the UConn under here. UConn over to 139. And this Davidson Loshi game has got me interested here because part of me wants to take Chicago, but man, what's up with this? It keeps coming down this time. It was 2.5. I saw 1 last night, and now it's back up to 2. Oh man, Davidson at home probably do. I hate laying 135s on money lines, but that would be my look there. And then that's it. I got 3 games on the site. I'll give you one here. I got a 3-pack up, but you'll get Texas A&M. But the people on the site got 3.5. It's down to 2.5 now. So sorry, the line has moved. But that's what happens when you get them the night before. Sorry, but I still like it. Obviously, I think they're probably going to hang in there tough and maybe even win outright. So. Those are the early 3 there. Over UConn, Davidson money line, and your A&M plus 2.5.
There we go from Sean. Move on over to Elinos.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at a couple that were honorable mentions to my 3-pick video. Almost made the cut, and honestly, I might like them just as much as some of these the ones I picked on the video. Maybe not, but I do like Jacksonville here, heading to Florida Gulf Coast, coming off an ugly loss 92-79. They also lost the last meeting 83-79, but at home less than a month ago. But I still think they have the better defense here and the edge on the boards. They've traveled pretty well, 7-6 on the road, so I think we see Jacksonville getting their payback here on the road. I also like Loyola in that game, actually. I think Sean went the other way there. Tough game. This one is tougher than the first one, but I think Loyola gets it done on the road. Again, they have the better defense and a slighter edge on the glass. You're not quite as nice as the last game we looked at, but also just 3-4 on the road. But I'll take the points with Loyola here and maybe even some money line.
Yeah, from
slighter lean was to... Yeah, those are the 2 I like the best, but I would lean Oklahoma as well. I think Florida's just given up a few too many. They played well, but I don't know. I'm not going to keep laying 2 touchdowns with them, so I'll take the points with Oklahoma on that one. And was that the next? Yeah, no, that's a 7. Okay.
Up to 7. Right,
yeah,
all right. Got it? All right. Alice got through. All right. I'll tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to take Nova here, taking the points here. UConn over their past 5, just not shooting the ball very well. They failed to cover 10 of 14 in the Big East. And Nova is a really good offensive team in conference. Second in offensive efficiency, 39% from 3, 82% at the line, and strong on the glass defensively in conference. So I'll look at them in that spot. I'll take Mississippi State at home here. A&M, not a really good shooting team. We get them off their home court, but really good home splits here for the Bulldogs. Shooting the basketball and defending. So I'll look at them in that spot. And I will look here at Michigan State. I'll go ahead and lay here with Sparty here. Purdue's defense has kind of gone south over their past 5, where they're giving up 51% shooting. Michigan State is the top defensive team against the Big Ten this season, holding teams at 27% from 3 to defend the paint very well. They rebound and they make their free throws at 81%. So if you're gonna lay some numbers here, you got to get a team that can make the free throws. I'll look at Michigan State in that spot. All right, let's continue here on Tony Six Morning Show as we continue here with college hoops. We'll close it out here with the games beginning at 8 Eastern, all the way to the final game tonight at 11 Eastern. So 8 Eastern to 11 Eastern on the second block. We start with Rod.
Yeah, kicking it off. I'm seeing some money coming in on the Gophers there in that one. Not this guy. I'm not betting the Gophers on the road. No chance. Give me UCLA minus the 11. It's we're getting a better number now. Not even have to lay so much. So money coming in on the Gophers. Not this guy. Give me UCLA in that spot. I think they win by 15 plus and easily handle the Gophers in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at in the spot. This number hasn't budged all overnight. You look at Seton Hall plus the 17.5 there in that matchup. No chance. Give me Marquette. They're going to win by 20 plus. Blow Seton Hall right out of their own gym. That's just one of those spots. So we've seen Marquette have some great games this season. We've also seen them have some letdowns, but this is one of those games. They run Seton Hall right out of the gym, win by 20 plus. I'll lay it with Marquette there in that matchup. And then looking at Butler here. Heading into Xavier, you look at Butler here this season. You know what they do following first couple home games? That first game out on the road, they've been solid ATS. 6-0 ATS after 2 home games this season is Butler. It's up to 7 now. Give me Butler plus the 7 in that one to keep it close with Xavier in that matchup. And then Wyoming and Arizona, give me the over. It's at 129.5. That total's way too low. We cruise into the 130s there, no problem. Give me the over, 129.5. Air Force, Wyoming.
Yeah, from Rod, move on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at this Colorado Iowa State game, I'm going to take over 140.5 there. When you look at Colorado and their road teams, 140 to 149.5, they're 85 and 43. It's the over. With LSU, South Carolina, I'd take the opposite direction there, take the under. And then also looking at Kansas and BYU. I'm going to take the under there. Kansas is 12-2, and the score is 140 to 149. And that one is sitting, I believe, right now at, let me make sure I tell you wrong. I don't want to give you the wrong game. 148.5. So, yeah, take the under in the Kansas BYU game.
Yeah, from Chris, move on over to Sean.
All right. Let's see who we're going to start with. I'm going to go with like Marquette out of the gate here. I know it's a big monster number, right? 17. And normally I'm not, again, did I bet this game? No. Right? We're just going over the card here. What jumps out of me? I bet 3 games today. But I kind of want to take them here because the Hall's off a monster win for them. And obviously Marquette's going to be, well, all right, we got to take it a little serious. I don't think they'll overlook them with this kind of number. So I'll lay it here. I think the Hall really shot their shot. And Marquette, let's be honest, they'll probably win this one by 20 going away there. The Kansas BYU game. Kansas is 3-6 on the road this year, right? I mean, and now they're getting 3, which they haven't covered some of these games anyway on the road. I think people are going to run and take Kansas because it's like, oh, boy, look at this. Kansas has an underdog. I'm going to say take BYU minus 3 here. So we'll go with the Cougars here. And one more. And then this one here is LSU and South Carolina. Both of these guys pulling up the rear. Carolina is 0-12 in SEC play. LSU's 2-10. The line has come down. It was 3.5. Now it's 2.5. Last win for South Carolina was like December 3rd at BC. Like, I mean, these guys are bad. Give me LSU at home here. 2.5, 140. I don't know. People are going to run because it's a marquee school, which are obviously they're trash. But how did this line come down? I'm all for taking ugly teams. I was going to tell you to take Central Arkansas. I can take ugly team. South Carolina, I can't take South Carolina. No, thank you. Give me LSU.
There from Sean. Next up, we move on over to Al.
Yeah, I got to completely agree with pretty much everything Sean said here. Just got to like these home records here. I mean, maybe more so the opponent's road records. As you mentioned, South Carolina just 1-7 on the road. Even worse, to 12-game losing streak coming into this one. LSU still 10-4 at home, so I'll lean that way. BYU, Kansas, probably slightly tougher game here, but again, I'm going to lean with the home court advantage. 12-2 at home. Kansas just 3-6 on the road. And to wrap things up, those are definitely my favorite two on there, but I'm trying to give you something else since Sean went over those. Maybe a slight. Yeah, sorry, don't have much else, but I was gonna lean just Arizona State at home, but don't love it at all. I mean, Houston's great; they've been good on the road, 7-0 on the road, 9-1 their last 10. Don't love it, but a small lean Arizona State.
Yeah, from El Nino, say what I think here in these games. Yeah, I'll look at Wisconsin here at home. Covered 11-14 in the Big Ten. We're shooting the ball very well. Illinois, a team that struggled with turnovers in conference, and they don't make threes against the conference. Also, they don't put enough ball pressure because they don't force turnovers defensively. I like Wisconsin in that spot. Yeah, I kind of agree with that home court with BYU. These Big 12 teams are now experiencing what the Pac-12 teams had to do, experiencing high elevation in Utah and in BYU. You got these flatlands, the Midwest teams out there having to go into elevation. It's tough on them. May help them later with their conditioning, but I like BYU here, laying it here at home. I'm not afraid to take Arizona State plus the points. Look, Arizona State, they took Texas, was it Texas A&M to double overtime? Was it Texas A&M? Texas Tech, was it? Right, Texas Tech on the road to double overtime. So they got it in them. If they bring out their best, they got it in them to cover this line. And one thing about Houston, away from home, they have a losing spread record. So that's the one area where they have not covered. If you look at the neutrals and the road games combined, they do not have a winning spread record away from home. It was Texas Tech where they forced 2 overtimes in Texas Tech there. So ASU, they do defend well at home, and a team from Houston away from home shooting just over 43%. So I'll take the points there with the Arizona State. That Minnesota UCLA game, I'd lean many, but I don't like the line move up to 14. If you couldn't get a 14, I wouldn't take 11.5 or 12. And the penny lean is kind of pointing to a lean on UCLA, but I'll stay away from Minnesota. I'd like them at 14, but I don't like them here with this line move here. Down from it's 11.5 and 12 a penny right now. So I'll stay away from that one. All right, we got you through here. The card here from college basketball. Now we're going to get Rod back in. I guess he had a temporary outage here. We'll get him back in here. There we got Rod back in here. All right. So Rod's back.
My bad. I was clicking over to look at something at a stat, and I was like, and I accidentally clicked the wrong button.
I'm afraid to do that because
I clicked myself right up. Right? You click the wrong one, and all of a sudden you're like, uh-oh.
And I share the screen on this, and I'm very close to the X out the StreamYard studio. So I understand what you're saying. One of these days, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to close the screen by mistake. Yeah, because when I share the screens, I'm sharing the screens. So now it's time, guys. Just a reminder, we're going to give you our parlays. But remember, if you want our best plays, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. That's where we got our best plays, our premium plays, and our best bets. So get on board over there. Remember, the promo code TonyT at checkout will knock off 15% off. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment where our cappers can give out a parlay, game in the future, player props, team futures. Baseball's preseason is going to start on Thursday. Let's get started here with Rod.
So first of all, we're going to go with a little 3-team parlay, and the first one we're going to kick it off is I'm going to take South Carolina. As bad as they've been against LSU plays down to their opponents. You look at versus teams that win, the bad teams that are winning 20 to 40% of their games. LSU 0-8 ATS versus these bad teams. That's why that line's 2.5. They want you to take LSU. Come on, don't you want to just lay this little low-hanging fruit with LSU? No, I don't. I'm going to take South Carolina plus the 2.5 there in that matchup. And as I said, UConn at home in that first half, they're ass. 0-11 ATS in the first half at home this season is the UConn Huskies. That's going to continue. Give me Nova plus the 4 in the first half in that matchup. And then, as I said, Butler, that first game out on the road after a couple at home, solid start. 6-0 ATS this year in that first game out on the road is Butler. So give me Butler plus the 7 as the third part of the parlay.
There from Ron on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'll give you a 3-team total here. We're going to go Colorado, Iowa State over. We're going to go Nova, UConn over 139.5, and go under in the Kansas BYU game. And as promised, I'll give you a daily MLB futures player prop here. We're going to go Anthony Santander over 30 home runs in the regular season. He was great for the Orioles. The Blue Jays just signed him. He's one of my favorite clutch players there. So Anthony Santander over 30 home runs for the regular season.
There we go from Chris. Of course,
Love it.
Yep. And Chris, of course, Rod, Vlad says, I didn't get my contract. I'm not going to negotiate the rest of the season. What do you pay your agent for? His job is to keep working for you. I don't understand these guys. These players don't make any sense.
Well, because you gave him plenty of time. You've had plenty of time as the Blue Jays organization to sign Vladdy. What are you waiting for? Seriously. All the Blue Jays fans are like, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for somebody else to come by and scoop him up and offer him something better? What the heck are you waiting for? It's not like he's asking for a whole pile of money. It's a reasonable number that he's asking for, and he's well worth it with the numbers that he's been producing. Has been Vladdy. So just pay him the damn money already, man. Like, seriously, what are we waiting for? You're waiting for him to lose?
Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly
Let's get some prospects.
You can just see it. Yeah, you can see it. And you know what that's going to do? That's just going to anger your fan base, and you'll have a lot of empty seats. And I'm sorry, but $2 Hot Dog Tuesday will not bring in enough money for you to pay for your guys. So go ahead. Do that to your players in Toronto and continue treating them like a bag of crap, and that's what'll happen.
The crazy thing is, if they would have traded him last year when he saw the year contract, he probably could have got two pitchers out of Seattle. Could have got two pitchers out of Seattle or one of their good guys. You could have got one of their young studs, but you get nothing now. Now you're going to get some 4A type player for him.
Yeah,
because he's a free agent at the end of the year.
There you go.
Hello, Mets. Hello, New York Mets.
Mets of the team right there. Let's go on over to Sean with the parlay segment.
All right, 1-1 yesterday. With the two games at the end. I'll give you 3 today. Don't parlay them. 44-25. If you bet them straight, you'd be doing just great. 44-25. UConn over to 139.5. BYU minus a 3. Again, this line opened at 1.5. So that's all you need to know about that game there. And A&M. It's in my 3-pack today, so there's 2 more left up. But I didn't love the card today. 3 games. Yesterday, I had, 5 added games. Today, not so much. Here we go. A&M plus 2.5. UConn over 139.5. BYU minus the 3.
There we go from Sean on over to Al.
Jacksonville, Loyola, and BYU.
There from El Nino. So I'll give you a 2-teamer here with BYU and Villanova there plus the point. Villanova's now moved up to, UConn moved to 9 now in that game. Just right now, you see the line move up to 9. Oh, they're going to be mad. Well, Villanova's come off a loss themselves, too. Don't forget that. So,
because supposedly the coach got all mad and said you guys are soft, and he called his team out. Is what Harley did. So he said you guys are a bunch of softies. You come out and don't play very well. So yeah, he's called his team out. We'll see what happens. How well you come.
See, this is a spot where I might just play Nova for myself at 9 because this should be like a 5 or a 6. There's games like this where they just get way out of whack and you just got to bet it based on value. 9. Come on.
Still soft in the first half. 0-11 ATS in the first half. I'll take Nova in the first half here. I got it at 4. It's probably up to 4.5.
Probably moved up a little on that.
Line moved. It's probably up to 4.5. Probably in that first half now.
Yeah, that's the opener of 7 down to 9. Let's see if there's any other openers here that have moved here. Other one than Toledo moved a point up here in the markets. Of course, we talked about
the biggest 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5. The biggest mover was the UCLA Minnesota. UCLA opening 14, coming down to 11.5. That's been one of the bigger moves of the morning here. San Diego State ticking down from 19 to 18. Fresno State. Have you seen Fresno State play? Oh my! You see that first meeting with Fresno State and San Diego State? Oh my God! Fresno State. Although they've had some issues with players' injury and academic ineligibilities and stuff like that, they're just horrible.
Yeah, but they cover though. They cover.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. So those have been the movers this morning here. There'll be some more as we go throughout the day. Check out the happy hour today, later at 5 Eastern time. As a matter of fact, let's see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading into a week of we'll get NBA back tomorrow. Hockey on Saturday. But a lot of college hoops, guys. We're Whisker's going to fade him. Wow. Okay, Whiskers, we got you there. He's been he's been cashing in Syracuse, so he's going the other way today. All right, guys, we're going to let you know what we have over at Tony'sPicks.com as we're heading into a week of, NBA returns tomorrow. But of course, we're getting closer and closer to the end of February. So March Madness, these teams got to pick up some conference wins to try to solidify their at-large ability. So let's see what Rod has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, Rod's put together a really good NHL card. You know, he's been in action in these tournaments as well, right? Four Nations tournaments has been rock solid here. All right, Rod, let everybody know what you have for sale over at Tony's Picks.
Yeah, definitely over at Tony's Picks today. We've been good at college basketball. That's what we got. Four Nations is back up Thursday. Definitely will have a play in the finals for you in that matchup. So definitely be on the lookout for it. And today I've got a 5-pack going. I absolutely love today's college basketball slate. So got my 10-star college basketball slam dunk. Crushed my best bet yesterday with Duke. Easily, they just keep smashing teams by 20 plus. So got another one today. Absolutely love this 10-star college basketball slam dunk. That is included in Check on the Bookie Tuesday. You get 5 plays in college basketball. Absolutely love those 5 best bets. So jump aboard that profit guarantee package there. Or better yet, jump aboard something long-term. Grab a 3-day pass, grab a weekday pass, grab a month pass. Hey, grab the rest of the year pass. Let's continue to stack the units this year and stay in the green. That's what we're doing here. Don't miss out on that 2-for-1 cap promotional as well, because you definitely want to be aboard something long-term. That way, if I find one of those late-steam plays or with the NBA coming back, you'll know that late info play will definitely be prominent going forward there. So you want to be aboard something long-term and get that play emailed to you. Come aboard over at Tony's Picks.
That's right, guys. Get aboard with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, we'll put some great results there on our premium side. All right, let's see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Chris put together impressive numbers as well. We put up the NBA, flashing the NBA right now. Chris, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
I got you guys 3 picks. It's a 3-pack in the college basketball today in the SEC, all SEC games. I got you a best bet and 2 premiums in that wrapped up in there. And once NBA's back tomorrow, I've already got all that ready to go. Just got to get it loaded to the site for tomorrow's game. And then we've got some numbers already produced for Thursday. So we'll put that up there as well. Ready to get back to that. But definitely hop on something long term, either 3-day, week, whatever you guys want to do, just so I can get you that late steam at the if there's any injuries. We know how the NBA does a lot of times, and those lines move and everything because of those outages. So and just use promo code TonyT, check out, save you 15%. Pair me up with one of these other guys. 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. And we're just ready to get to the NBA, and I'll have a ton of plays for you on Thursday and thereafter.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can see he's ready to roll SEC 3-pack. Also a best bet up there. Remember, all these one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be correct to account for side credits. That's profit guarantee. Of course, not so on the long-term passes, because you get them such a discount when you do the math and see what they cost per play. So it's great value. Whatever you choose, just remember the promo code Tony to check out. We'll knock off that 15% off. All right, we'll see what Sean has to say over at Tony'sPicks.com. Sean has been the unit leader over at Tony'sPicks.com, produced another winning day yesterday, 4,544 units of profit for the year, all documented over at Tony's Picks. So Sean, what you got for sale?
3-pack college basketball. There we go. I gave you 1 with A&M. Go get the other 2, and that's that. NBA tomorrow. I'll tell you what. I'll be jumping on the Hornets tomorrow, and I'll take Portland. I got the Lakers in a back-to-back. This geriatric squad. The hell with these guys. Sorry, Laker fans. I'll take the dog tomorrow getting 14, and Thursday's line's already up. I'll take 5. You're gonna give me 5 at home with the Trailblazers. We know the Trailblazers are good at home. They cover. I'll take them. There we go. Fade the Lakers.
That's where they cover. That's right, guys. Get over Sean over at Tony's Picks. We showed you the numbers here. Look at this here. It's all documented. You go to Sean's handicapper page at Tony's Picks. You can verify all these results. We track the plays play by play right here on Pick History. So I know there's still folks out there saying, "Really? Are you sure?" That sounds like a Twitter camera. No, we have a platform where we document plays.
Oh, your free play lost. I don't think you're really doing good. Well, I mean, okay, sorry. Free play lost. I can't,
305 plays documented by Sean since he came over to Tony's Picks. 305. We can verify all of them right here. So you can verify all the results. So guys, check it out here. Green across the board with Sean. So get on board. Also, he's got his 3-pack up there right now from College Hoops, where you can see the volume in College Hoops. That's the way to roll here. Promo code Tony to check out. We'll knock off 15% off. But you may consider the long-term passes the way you roll, the way Sean rolls. We talked about the 1-month pass. That gets you into the remainder of the conference tournaments in college basketball, the remainder of the regular season, and all conference tournaments with that 1 month. Remember, the 1 year gets you all the sports for the year, and baseball's coming up. That's a high-volume sport from Sean. So, guys, get on board. You see the results. They're documented. And remember that promo code Tony T at checkout will save you that 15% off. And we said before, Sean, we can see the volume here. It's all college hoops, and this is the time of the year with college hoops.
That's it. We'll keep it going. NBA, don't slouch on my NBA. A whole 11-8 there. There we go. It's a lot of games for me in a month and a half.
Yeah,
that's a lot of NBA.
It is, and that's the way you do it. Is you just pick your spots in the NBA. So that's what you do, guys. So get on board here with Sean and use that promo code Tony T at checkout. You'll knock off that 15% off. All right, let's see what El Nino's has got going over at Tony'sPicks.com. El Nino's been pretty well over the past 7 days. 457 units of profit. What you got for sale, Al?
So far, just my lone $19 best bet. I should have at least one more bet up today. Probably going to go up pretty soon. And then, you got to keep a lookout for those team plays if you're on those long-term or 2-for-1 capper passes, which are always your best deal. So make sure you check one of those out. Pair me up with your favorite capper.
Yeah, with this college basketball alley-oop play, $19 a profit guaranteed on the site to turn a profit or amount purchase. We'll be right back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Or go with the long-term pass. You can see El Nino's got this long-term passes up there. Get on board with El. Been really hot here over the past 7 days, cranking in college hoops and NBA. So good time to get on board with El and use that promo code Tony T at checkout. You'll save that 15% off with El Nino. So I'll have a best bet on the board. Also working a multi-pack for you guys. Ian come off a 2-1 yesterday. Hit my best bet again. I've been on a good best bet roll. Hit Southeast Louisiana, making the cover there for me yesterday in college hoops. All right, guys, are with you here every day here in the morning here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time here with the Tony Picks Morning Show. I just want to make note here if you happen to ever miss the show, if you want to catch up on what's going on the morning show, or if you need help with the later games and you want to do a replay viewing, visit our YouTube channel over at Tony's Picks. Just type Tony's Picks there in the YouTube search like I did, and you'll find it right here. You'll find our just hit the live tab and you'll find our latest live show. You'll also find the happy hour, which we'll talk about a little later. We have a 5 p.m. show with Rod Eastern that Rod hosts, the happy hour with more free picks, all that late info plays coming in. So this is where you can find the archive. Just hit the live tab. You'll find our archive show for replays. Or if you'd like to see our added content, we have an on-demand content up here where we go deeper into these games with some deeper dives. You can see here Rod with a 3-team parlay up there. Hey, they got the stuff done up here on the top. I've been asking for, so that's good. All right, we got the 3-team parlay up there. Also, we got as Chris said, he's got also his pick here for today as well here. Although it's not a parlay, it's a pick best bet pick here from College Hoops from Chris, as well as my content up there on the board, guys. So check us out over at Tony's Picks. Lots of on-demand content up there. So check us out there. Let me hit the refresh. I think I had my stuff up already here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Well, they're working on it. All right, my stuff will be up there shortly, guys. So check it out over at Tony's Picks. Lots of great content. Our live stream as well. They're on the site. All right. So we got you through that. And of course, back again here tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll just let Rod talk about what he's got going on over on our on-demand, as well as our live show, Rod, coming back at 5 Eastern time here, Monday through Friday here with the happy hour.
Yeah, definitely tune in 5 p.m. Eastern time for the happy hour. Love doing that show in the afternoon, getting all the late info, who's in, who's out, who's playing. Definitely that's the way to go these days when we get to the announcements of all that late info. So definitely jump aboard that. And as you see, it got that little 3-team parlay for today's college basketball action. And then we know that NHL's back loaded with like 15 games come Saturday. So we'll be back covering all the NHL slate there on video form for you as well. So you got to look for that. It's coming soon. We'll be back loaded, busy. I'm enjoying a little bit of quiet time and able to look at some stuff going forward, look at the MLB futures, look at the WNBA futures. So I that's what I do. I take that time where there's where things have been light. It's definitely not been light over here. It's still continue to work. You get ahead of the game on your gambling, so that way you're ready for when those new sports kick in. When MLB is ready to kick in, as Chris has been doing the player prop, so he's been digging into that, getting that homework done, so that way when MLB rolls around and we're ready to go to find you winners. So
find you winners in MLB. Yeah, keep an eye on spring training. See if any pitchers are held out of games. That's always a sign there that you want to fade them if they can't get their work in during the spring. So keep an eye on any pitcher, any starting pitcher. Frankie Montas shut down for 68 weeks. So when he comes back, he's somebody you probably wouldn't want to back. That's for dang sure. But there'll be more of those coming. So keep an eye on these injuries. Of course, Chris, we've got some stuff going on demand over at Tony's Picks as well.
Yeah, I got you guys an SEC video today, and then of course once NBA hits back tomorrow, I'll have you a video for the Hornets Lakers game for tomorrow, and then Thursday we're back full on, so I'll have you some more content there, and then as MLB kicks off after opening day, I don't really cover anything in spring training. I'll be watching it just to see who does what and who shows up, and definitely I'm a pitcher's guy, so I'm definitely going to be looking to see who shows up on the mound and everything like that. Those are my favorite people. So we'll be watching that. But as far as videos, I'll wait till opening day to get you some MLB videos. Otherwise, I have you covered on NBA once we kick back full start on Thursday. So be looking for those. Those. And I'll pop in on the happy hour when I can, when I'm not working and everything, and give you some guys some injury reports and things as I get them.
Absolutely there. And of course, Sean identifies them as play them straight. That parlay segment, we call it the parlay segment, but it's a peripheral parlay peripheral. It's a capper segment, so they call the shots on that segment there. I just call it parlay if they want to get parlay. Of course, Sean, we got you here on the mornings.
Yeah, I told Lex, I said the best way to go 2-1, put in that 3-team parlay, baby. I think Lex or Markel, someone were like 44-6. You put in a parlay. If I go 44-6, I'm walking into traffic. If I'm not making money going 44-6, how do you want to do that? Straight play, you wouldn't even have a desk chair. You'd be sitting on a pile of $100 bills. What are you doing? Stop it. Yeah, morning. I'll be here in the mornings. I almost came in yesterday. I was napping. I just couldn't get I should have just called it off my phone. It would have just been my giant head. But I can't, a little more present. People are like, look at this giant mevish. I'd be like a big blivet on my couch watching Miami Vice on Universal Channel. So I was like, gotta rest up a little bit. You know what it is? Like, you know what it is, guys. You get on a little heater, you stay the same. So every night I'm going to bed at like 2:15 every morning. I'm up at like 7 a.m. every day. So I'm like, I'm just exhausted because in between I just sit here. I just sit here and look and like, all right, I can't leave because I'm hot. I can't. Well, I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can't leave. I just do the same thing. Me, the same thing. I'm running out of chicken. You know, there's that much tuna fish left. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. And of course, Al, you've got your video series going up at Tony'sPicks.com with your dog. You're looking for those 3 dogs every day.
Looking for 3 dogs, and yeah, they've been good. What is it now? 14-1 over the last 5 days. So another 3 yesterday. Yeah. So check that out. I remember someone that was 14-1 not too long ago in the NBA.
Oh yeah.
You're looking forward to that coming back.
I'm waiting for it to come back. I'm waiting for it to come back because I can't say it. I haven't been able to say it for a week. You know, that's why I need to come back. And that big hot spell there. Exactly, guys. With your everyday 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, guys, make sure you tune in. Of course, to Rod's show, 5 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. We'll have the happy hour for all the late information, late plays. Of course, some of the cappers you don't see here on the mornings appear on those shows and vice versa, right? So check it out there if you would on our happy hour at 5 Eastern time. That'll do it for the show. We're back tomorrow. Guys, anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Yeah, I think Sean's lucky he can still identify his parlays as non-parlays. I think pretty soon he won't have that option anymore. So take advantage of it while you still can, Sean.
I mean, seriously, man, these books just cater to those. They're not going to allow straight bets. I mean, really.
Also, head on over at Tony's Picks. Don't forget, head on over to Tony's Picks. There's some good article writers over there.
That's right.
Writing some articles. They cover the college basketball and the NBA. We covered when it comes back as well. So definitely over at Tony's Picks, definitely go check out the article writers there, writing some good content.
Absolutely, I shouldn't forget about that because it's the pet's far biggest expense, to be honest with you. But anyway, check out the writers over at Tony's Picks. We got great writers. Nick, you know, he's one of our cappers at Tony's Picks. And of course, Kevin Stott, those of you in Vegas, you know who he is. He's been a writer for Vegas Review Journal. He also wrote for what's the other name of this Vegas newspaper over there. But we got really good writers up at Tony's Picks, guys. So check us out there in written form there at Tony's Picks with all our writers there producing all the great content.
Great content over there.
Great content.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely go
guys.
check it out.
Check it out there. All right. That's going to do it here for our morning show. We're going to wake up. Bye, guys. You guys make it a winning day, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.